Yeah. Hi, Mike. It's been all of less than 24 hours since I saw you.
It's good to see you, Robert. Well, it's good to see your logo. There he is.
Hey, there's Mike Hassett.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon. Angie, I need to talk to you immediately after this.
Okay,
Do not pass go, do not collect $200.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, we need to talk. Already
Okay.
talked again.
He went by there, right?
Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
new sign looks wonderful.
Oh, good.
Hey, David Curtis, I don't know if you saw the email. I'll be taking roll today.
Dwayne, you're speaking today. Is that right?
Sam, if you'll remind everybody a couple times to put their name and email address or their name and the company in the chat, I can send that to you very easily.
Okay, perfect.
So that's your reminder to put your name and your email address into the chat.
What's wrong? Paul's here before noon. What's up?
I usually am. Just half the time I don't get let in the room.
That's by design.
Curtis. William. So Dwayne, are you doing Normandy or are you doing Southern Flair?
That would be Southern Flair today.
Okay.
Right.
I'd love to do Normandy if anyone has an
But still, we
opportunity,
don't
want
know
me to
what
do
the
it.
check's for.
And Dr. Parvez is getting her steps in. Very nice.
Oh, were you doing a walk?
So we have 14 attendees. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8.
I have a quick question. I signed out on for business over breakfast for next week, and it said it's going to be at the Maritz. Is it still going to be there or no? It will be Zoom.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Zoom. We had that ambassadors meeting that you were at the other day, and there was no talk about having business over breakfast there, right?
Yeah, but the registration just came back saying location, and usually it
Sure.
says Zoom. So just thank you.
I'm pretty sure. All the dialogue with Henry this past week has been virtualization for the big events and try to open up for the small events. Mark.
Hey, Sam or Robert, who's going to let me have share screen capability later on?
think our group policy is to make Robert do that and then blame him if anything goes wrong.
Blame him anyhow. Make it up.
Okay, I have the power. I can just hit the mute all button and just go.
Yeah.
I can come next door and beat you.
Well, let's get started since it's a few minutes after noon, and let's let Dr. Parvez lead us off since she's so active. And let's have, after that, David Curtis and then Michael Hassett, since he's the best dressed. We'll let him bat third, okay? So Dr. Parvez, please start us out.
Great. Dr. Parvez from Arlington Integrated Medical Center, where we practice what we preach, and in terms of lifestyle changes and healthy diet to keep you healthy. But what I want to do mostly in my 30 seconds is have two announcements. One is this is my racer tag. Whoa, okay, okay, there. Anyway, for a walk with the doc, two things. Walking, I'm restarting Walk with the Doc. So, which is going to start next weekend, November 14th, our walk in River Legacy Park. We'll meet at the playground by the Big Blue Star, 10 o'clock, Saturday morning, November 14th. And I'm going to post that for Becky as well, the link to Walk with the Doc. And two, with Walk with the Doc, it is an international organization started by a cardiologist in Ohio to get everybody walking and to get doctors involved with teaching healthy lifestyle and connect with their patients. So it's an international nonprofit, and they're doing their fundraiser this year. And this year we're walking. So Laura also has her tag. I don't actually see it. Oh, anyway, Laura has her tag too. Anyway, we have signed up as racers, and the walk is going to be a 44-mile walk up to Mount Kilimanjaro, at the top of Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest peak in Africa. But it's a virtual walk. So essentially, you can sign up. I'm going to put the link below. I'm going to attach the link and send it to Becky. But you can sign up, and essentially there's going to be like lectures, little videos, doctors give little talks and presentations. All you have to do if you sign up to be a racer is to log your miles of how much you walk every day. If you're gardening, if you do yoga, any sports, any activity works over the course of 2 weeks. It's a 2-week challenge between November 14th to 28th. Log 44 miles of activity, which is like 3 miles a day, which should be doable, right? And you'll get a completion certificate and all that. Or you can simply just donate, and I'll give you the link as well. So you can donate, just even $5, whatever. You can just donate to the nonprofit organization, or you can sign up as a racer. So look out for that later in the email. Done.
David, then Mike.
Howdy, everybody. David with Hops HR, your local HR guy. I'm actually on 2 Zoom calls right now. This one, and then I'm learning about Supreme Court and Department of Labor cases from this past year. So gonna see what interesting stuff's happening there. But if you have employees and need help working through some employee relations issues, harassment training, stuff like that, let me know. I'm here for you. Thanks.
Hey guys, Mike Hassett. I'm a business lawyer. My law firm, Jones Hassett, has been in the same building since 1991. We're a full service business law firm. We represent small, medium-sized companies in just about every industry. The new thing that I've come across recently, for those of you that own your own buildings or have your own businesses that provide access to the public, I have a client who has been sued by a lawyer, a lovely gentleman who's filed over 50 lawsuits in the state of Texas on ADA accessibility guidelines, and he'll measure your parking spaces, and if they're not 96 inches or 132 inches, depending on which standards you have to meet, he will sue you. So if you have those questions about accessibility for your businesses, I'm here to answer those questions as well, and hopefully you won't come across Mr. Bruce Tharp. That's his name. My name is Mike Hassett, Jones Hassett. Thank you.
And he represents me in weird land issues.
Was that right? Well, next let's have Dwayne Lee, Bo Bearden, and Angie at Digital.
Good morning, all. I'm Dwayne Lee, Southern Flare Photography. I'll be presenting a little bit later on. So I'm going to defer my 30 seconds to Miss Heather with Primo Travel. Come on in.
Hi, everyone. Wouldn't it be lovely to eat chips and salsa on the beach? Let's try and plan a vacation for next year. Call us, either Michelle or myself, and let's get that planned.
Thank y'all.
Hi, everybody. Angie with Digital Corporate Services, corporate printing, personal gifts, apparel, and promotional items. We are working with many, many people on putting gifts together for their favorite client, their employees, something nice, since no one's doing Christmas parties, things of that nature. So give me a call if you want me to help you put something together for your best referral person or your best clients. I'm happy to help. Thank you.
Oh, we'll circle back to you.
Yep. Good afternoon. Bo Bearden here with Cloud9 Voice. We provide a unified communications and collaboration platform for small to enterprise businesses. So we can handle your communication needs if you're a small business or a large business. We give you capabilities as built-in fax server, web and video conferencing platform. We now have a SMS texting platform built into the system, unlimited local and long distance calling, give you the capabilities to communicate from anywhere, from any device using your business phone system. A good referral for me right now is a company that may have an antiquated phone system and they don't have all of the capabilities that they need to be able to remote work and have that flexibility. Bo Bearden with Cloud9 Voice. Drop a line and join Cloud9.
Thank you, Bo. Next, we have David Burke from Colors and Dawood, and then the lovely and talented Corey Calloway.
Good afternoon, Chamber. This is David Burke with Colors Professional Floor Care. We clean anything you put your feet on and a whole lot more. A good lead for me would be Only Anyone. We also do 24-hour emergency water extractions, dryer vents, pretty much we'll do anything you ask as long as you pay. David Berg with Colors Professional Floor Care. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dawood Maybon with Maybon Leadership Group, where we unlock your leadership potential. What I have going on is next Thursday evening, I'm going to be hosting a webinar. It's complimentary, called Identify Your Leader Language. And so you're going to be able to discover your leadership style and become a more effective leader. I'll put the information in there in the chat box on how you can register for this 1 hour complimentary webinar. Once again, Dawood Maybon with Maybon Leadership Group.
We're going to extend Corey a little bit extra time today because he has a fun announcement to make, right, Corey?
Yes, sir, I do. Corey Calloway, Calloway Financial Services, your friendly financial advisor. Been working throughout this whole time and coming to my office and seeing people. I'm tired of Zoom meetings and such. So my announcement is Tuesday the 10th, next week, 5:30, Jay Gilligan's. It's the I'm tired of the Rona happy hour. Come join me. Bring your spouse, bring your friends. It doesn't have to be just our leads group. I'm sending out an email. This may be weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. I don't know. I don't care. Just come. I'd like to see you guys and gals. And remember,
Corey, do you think we'll be able to get the patio there?
I think we come in mass and take over whatever we want. We can.
Well, I like the idea of brute force. That's great. Okay.
Yes.
Let's have
Wait a second.
Sean.
Wait. I didn't get to say my tagline.
Okay.
No business is too small. No check is too large. Before you go away, call Callaway.
Well, thank you, Corey, for brightening up an otherwise dreary Zoom meeting. Sean, would you take the next at bat? Then after you, we'll have Paul, and then we will have Bill from Climate Experts. Sean?
Looks like I'm unmuted. Yeah. Sean Reckemeyer, Elite Health Plans, sitting outside in this beautiful winter weather or fall. And it's obviously like summer, but I am knee deep in the marketplace enrollments, but end of the year plans for individuals and groups. We're trying to show everybody their options. And if you have any clients or friends or family that need to try to find what options are available to them, or any companies that need to look at plans, we have new plans out with 0 deductibles and pre-existing coverage for both group and individual, but I can show you that as well. And any other program that's on the market. Sean Reckemeyer, Lead Health Plans. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. Paul Brody of Brody Consulting, and we just had the pleasure to launch our 41st best-selling book this past week, and we're about to launch number 42. So we are in book launch fun right now. In addition to that, we also host our virtual conferences, which we're also in the middle of doing as well. So if you guys are looking to take your business to the next level or know of people that want to do that via being a best-selling author, because that makes a big difference between published and best-selling. Published is cute, best-selling is authority. So Paul Brody, Brody Consulting, we help you share your story, grow your business, and build your brand.
It's William with Climate Experts AC and Heating. We're a residential and light commercial HVAC contractor. We provide sales, service, installation, and maintenance to all things HVAC related to your home or small office. It's a good time. I've got a good example from some things I ran across lately. If you're selling your home or buying a home and you're getting your home inspection done, for one, you should tell your contractors who are doing all the sanding, painting, and sheetrock work in the house to do not use the HVAC system while they're doing it, because they absolutely can ruin the coil. And not only can get dirty, but sometimes that sheetrock dust turns to a very hard, almost like it was on the wall when it gets wet and then dries, and it impacts the coil to where you might have to spend $800 to get it pulled and clean, or it could ruin it. So don't run the HVAC systems while you're doing rehab inside your house. Spray painting, sheetrock work, dust, like all that stuff, it's really bad. I know it. Guys don't want to sweat or get hot, but you're going to be talking about a major bill if you don't. So that's just a public announcement. Maybe save yourself some money in the future. Just don't let them be running that system like that. William, Climate Experts. Your comfort's our business.
Okay, next we'll have Mark B, Wendy, and Lisa Barton.
Everybody, Mark Bill here with Advanced Senior Options, and we are busy with Medicare. It's also the annual enrollment for Medicare. So a good referral is anyone who is 65 or over. So everybody knows somebody 65 or over that wants to look at their Medicare benefits. Now that the election advertisement is over, they're going to see 1 billion Medicare ads and lead them to a call center. And whoever answers the phone on the call center is going to tell them their plan is the best. It may or may not be, but we're local. We'll come meet them. They can come to our office. You guys can drop by 803 Stadium Drive, right across the street from the new stadium. Mark with Advanced Senior Options. Thanks.
Hi everyone, my name is Wendy. The company that I'm with is Advent Trinity. We specialize in helping businesses with their internet marketing. My role in the company is to help with social media marketing. We help create posts, manage content. We also help you with brand awareness, and social media is a direct winner when trying to promote more referrals within your network. So let us know how we can help your business with social media. Once again, my name is Wendy with Advent Trinity Marketing Agency.
Hi guys, it's Lisa Barton with HotWorks. We're a 24-hour infrared fitness studio. We offer anything from hot buns, hot ISO, hot Pilates, hot yoga, bar none, core warrior, and we do cycling and blast. So you can have a blast and get a good hot sweat in too. So I do want to remind everybody we're doing a walk to end Alzheimer's, and we're starting here at HotWorks on Saturday morning at 9 and walking to City Hall. So anybody who wants to get out for a good walk, please join us. Thanks.
Next, we can have Leanne and Meredith, please.
Hello. Whoop.
You're doing great.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Am I unmuted now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, sorry. Well, this is Leanne, your favorite dizzy blonde violinist with timelessconcerts.com. Obviously, we do not have a concert again until February, our Valentine special. But until then, we do send out musicians for special events. And with this wonderful Rona, as Corey calls it, we only have 2 performances in December. Normally we have about 30. So it's had quite an impact on us, but if you're not afraid to have a gathering, we're not afraid to show up and play. We'll wear masks or social distance or whatever you want. We have managed to do a few weddings, but we're just hoping someone will really want to have some Christmas music at their party or whatever. So anyway, keep us in mind for the holidays or weddings or whatever, and we appreciate you.
Meredith, are you on? Meredith, you're on mute. Okay, anybody else on the call that I missed?
Well, me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Robert.
Kept waiting.
I didn't see your face up there. Where are you?
Right here.
Okay.
It's pointed up to the sky. My office is a mess.
Okay.
Because I've been working all week.
All right. Well,
His
not
office
to
is
ignore
always a mess.
the great Robert Blake, the man who's in charge of all of our technical capabilities.
Oh, well, I'm not doing these meetings. I'm managing my clients' technology and I'm securing their data. A new thing that I've been working on this week is I had someone call me because their theater did not have good Wi-Fi. So I am in the midst of rewiring and putting in new Wi-Fi for Arlington Music Hall, which kind of excited to do the project. So people that are having issues with their wireless, I know how to fix that. Robert Blake with Bit by Bit.
Okay. Looks like Meredith might still be on the other line, but I'm Sam Elliott with Schooley Mitchell of Arlington. We help our clients in 4 different areas, one with credit card processing, telecommunications, merchant services like, I've mentioned credit cards processing, small package shipping, and waste cost management. And I was happy to issue a couple of reports, 3 reports last week that saved our clients about 30%. So the system works, and you just got to go through and ask yourself, can you make more money doing what you do well or staring down at your bills? I think it's the former, not the latter. So Sam Elliott, Schooley Mitchell of Arlington. So let's try Meredith one more time before we go to our thanks. Meredith, calling all Merediths. Okay. Jennifer Payne just attended the room. So Jennifer, tell us about tree trimming.
Hey everybody, it's Jennifer with First Rate Trees. Sorry I'm late. I was busy and I lost track of time, so I do apologize. But we are a residential, commercial, and tree trimming service. Right now we're focusing on Christmas lights, so if you know anyone who needs any, please let us know. Also, keep on the lookout for Erica's 2nd episode of Taking Roots. Thank you.
Okay, now we can go on to our thanks. Anybody got any thanks for the group? Dawood.
Just want to thank David from Hops HR. Had a great one-on-one with him yesterday. So it was really great just connecting with David yesterday.
Mr. Hassett.
Just want to thank Robert Blake for coming by and seeing us yesterday, and hopefully we can help him with a couple of little minor things.
Did I see your hand, Dwayne? Yes.
Yes, I want to thank Angie and Ken Mattner with Digital Corporate Companies for a sign that we've been trying to get for quite some time to list the hours of our business operations that we can put on our door. It looks wonderful. And now they're working on a sign that'll go above our outside door that will be visible from the street. Thank you, Digital Corporate.
Mr. Callaway.
I'd like to thank Ken Mattner, Angie, and Kyle Kirsten, another employee there, for helping me with updating my signs, making changes there, helping with brochure and some other logos and such. Got a lot of changes I need to make that should have done months ago. I appreciate y'all, and want to thank David Berg for some new business. Y'all have a great day.
Okay, so are we all
Angie?
done with going around the circle there? Well, I'd like to thank Bo and his team. They strung together a conference call for us the other day, and we're still we hadn't forgotten about you, Bo. We're still working on that. We're trying to turn around the Titanic. You know what I mean?
I think Angie had something.
Hi, yes, small laundry list. So, but I want to thank Leanne Chenoweth. We did a little fun project for her, and we appreciate you giving us the chance to do something fun for you. And also Bob Alexander with the Orchards. He's not here today, but Ken and I had a really great meeting over at the Orchards with him. Nice group of people, and they're going to come over and visit us next Tuesday. Thanks for Corey for letting us do your things for your website, but also personal thanks for continuing to help me and my husband out. And Jennifer, I just wanted to tell everybody I saw the first edition of the Taking Roots with Erica. It's a really good little short film, and we should all just be proud of Erica. And if you have a link to the second one, that would be great. Thanks, everybody.
Well, since we went to thanks, Liz has joined us from A+. So tell us what's going on in the driving world and what streets we should get off of because of your students.
Oh, you know, the ones near the school, and especially the parking lots near the school. That's where I always tell them to train. Oh man, things have been good though. Sorry I'm late getting in. My alarm clock, well, my warning alarm was turned off. So otherwise on our side, things have been doing well. We actually had an auditor come in, and so we, you know, the freak out before like your big test, and we did well. We passed. Yes. So now I don't have to see them for another year. Otherwise, we are still doing our Zoom classes, and things have been really steady for us, and we've been all right.
Well, thank you for that update, Liz. Meredith, are you off the phone yet? Sean, did I see you raising your hand?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Perfectly.
It seems what? Seems like I'm always thanking somebody who's not here, so I'll go back in time. Thank David Curtis for a referral a week ago or 2 weeks ago, since he's here now. And I think last week he was just off the line when I did it. And then Brian Acosta for some website work that he's doing, since he's the guy that helped me a year ago.
I've got a couple, Sam.
Okay.
So Dawood, right back at you for the one-on-one yesterday. Really appreciate that. Learn more about you. Sean for sending over some quotes for me. Appreciate that. And then clients, Dr. Parvez and Wendy, both of y'all for being, clients of mine. Really appreciate that. One announcement, the young professionals are having a walking tour of downtown Arlington this weekend. That's open to anybody, your families. We're just going to walk around, see different murals, and learn a little bit about the history of the, downtown Arlington. Catalyst Creative Arts is having a little art show type thing at their place. So we're going to stop through there. So come out and, hang out with us for a few hours. It looks like the weather's going to be pretty nice. So thanks.
What time is that, David?
I believe it's noon or 1. Let me 12 to 4.
Put in the chat box, okay?
Yeah, I will.
All right. Well, it looks to me that it's 12:26, and the last 10 minutes for our activities is going to be discussing what's going on with the chamber and when that's going to open up in public. And we've got some good news to report for that. But Dwayne, looks like you have about 20 minutes, and I want to leave about 15 minutes because the 10-minute activity might require some discussion.
Totally understand, and it may not last that long anyway, because basically today don't really have anything totally prepared that's institutional law, but I do have a couple of videos. But for introduction, for those that don't know us, I'm Dwayne Lee, and that's Heather back in the background. We're Southern Flair Photography here in Arlington. We are Arlington's only, get this, only professional photography studio. There are no other studios left in Arlington but us. We've been in business going on 45 years. And as a result, we've weathered lots of storms. We continually to educate and continue serving the public. Now, we do all types of photography. We were known originally in the early days as wedding photographers. And while certainly we still do that, we have expanded our clientele to babies and newborns and maternity. We've gone to high school seniors, families, business headshots, commercial and corporate photography, anything that basically needs to be photographed, in pets, with or without your parents or people, and we do it all. We have a fairly new studio to us, and we've only been here now 3 months in the new digs up in Northeast Arlington at 2550 Legacy Point. For those of you that don't know where that is, it's up in Northeast Arlington, just off of Green Oaks, Northeast Green Oaks, in between Ascension and Ballpark Way. We're 2 doors north of the Northeast branch of the Arlington Library, and we've got some great neighbors here, and we're really loving the new digs. We've actually got photographs on the wall. We're pretty much settled in now from the move, which I don't recommend ever moving again. It is pretty sad. Anyway, we're excited that we're getting the last final little reconstruction of our building around here. We're going to be having a fence installed a week from yesterday, so it'll be next Wednesday. And that'll be the last major thing that we've had to do. And we'll finally get a chance to breathe. But just about in time for that, we have Santa Claus coming November 15th and the 22nd. And we literally only have 4 slots left for November 22nd. Everything else has been booked up. The mall's not going to have Santas this year because of COVID. We're going to be practicing all the proper protocol and all, only going to have 1 to 2 customers in here at one time, but we've got both days, the 15th and 22nd, booked solid, except for the 22nd, we did expand it another hour. So anybody that's got the little ones that want to bring in their little ones, bring them on in, we can handle it. But do make call to us, get on our books, get appointments scheduled. I'm going to go in here to share screen, and we're going to play a couple of videos that do a much better job of basically saying what I want to say. They're professionally done videos. So one of them, you'll see both Heather and I, and the other one will be something that we got from Professional Photographers of America that we incorporated as well. So we'll start this one first.
Anyone can take a snapshot, sure, as long as they have a camera. But not all can make a photo stand out like a work of art. Get high-quality professional photographs and choose Southern Flair Photography. With 40 years of experience and training, our photographers combine techniques used by the old masters in creating stunning portrait masterpieces. Ready to make your memories last with beautiful images? Visit sflair.com for more info.
Okay, that's the first one. That really wasn't the one I was meaning to do, but that's okay. See the differences one. There we go.
Just because someone's got a nice camera or a fancy website, that doesn't make them a great wedding photographer.
Day of the wedding, we found out the photographer who had been at the rehearsal didn't have a memory card in her camera, so we had no photos.
What the heck? He kept cutting people's heads off. They would be cut off at an angle or something. The photographer showed up 45 minutes late, too. She got pretty drunk at the reception as photos got incredibly blurrier and blurrier. She missed lots of the iconic photos of the bride getting ready. I would have been so mad.
That's terrible.
That'd be awful. That's so sad.
We would hear about it for the rest of our lives. So I'd be
That
too
moment
angry.
is irreplaceable. That would be really sad, but also really frustrating. Because that's the only chance you have to capture it. So you want to make sure you got it. I'm getting married on June 27th, July 11th. We met in high school. We grew up as 9th grade sweethearts. And we walked on the river walk and he proposed where he first told me that he loved me.
This is hopefully one of the biggest and best days of my life. Like as a bride, I'm not really sure what I need to be looking for in terms of poses and what looks natural. And those things can only be captured really by a professional.
As you've seen in this video, the selection of your photographer for your wedding will have a direct impact on the memories that you'll have forever. Hi, I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Heather from Southern Flares Photography. We would be honored to be selected as your wedding photographers.
All righty. Well, anyway, that was two videos I wanted to show you. There's lots of difference in photography these days. Ever since the invention of these things, everyone seems to be a photographer these days. This is not a professional camera, people. This is good for snapshots. This is good for memories that you want to save on things. But when you want a really classic photograph, one that really can tell the difference and things like that, come to a professional and we can do it right. Photography has something to do with posing. It has something to do with lighting. It has something to do with composition. And unless you get all three of those in line, you're not really going to have a really classic photograph. I shared a story a long time ago about a family that we photographed back in 2007. For those that haven't heard the story, I'm going to go ahead and share it. For those that have heard it before, bear with me, but I feel it's important to share. In 2007, a mom called me on a Tuesday wanting to know if we could do her family portrait on that Saturday. Her son was coming in from the Army, getting ready to be deployed to Iraq for the third time. And they had 4 boys. The oldest one in the Army is 24 years old. The other boys were 24, 27, and 5. So a big difference between the 2 oldest and 2 youngest. And the two youngest kept asking Mom, pointing up to the portrait on the wall, "Where are we in the portrait, Mom?" That's how long it had been since they had updated the family portrait. So Mom convinced the 24-year-old to come home so they could get the family portrait updated before he deployed again. Well, she called and said, "Well, he's coming in on Saturday. Can you do it?" And I said, "Well, let me check the calendar." Came back and said, "Yeah, we're available 10 to 2, no problem." "Well, he won't be getting in town till 4:30. "Well, let me go make sure what time our wedding starts that day." Well, come to find out, we didn't have a wedding that day. It's one of the only 2 dates in all of 2007 that we didn't have a wedding. So we were able to do the family portrait. Everything went great. Great portrait session, everything. They drove him back to Fort Benning, Georgia. They came in after that, placed a real nice photography order, and about 6 weeks later, sitting in my office on a Tuesday morning, and Barbara, my wife, comes and gets me and said, "The Hicks family needs to see you." And they just come in. And I said, "Well, why do they need to see me? We've already delivered the portraits." And basically, she said, "I don't know, but Mom's crying." And I went, "Oh, crap." Well, come to find out, the 24-year-old, the oldest son, had been killed in Iraq the previous Saturday. Had she not had that family portrait, she would have never had a family portrait of all 6 of them together at one time. And she wanted a particular photograph enlarged of just him. And we found it and were able to do it for him. That basically changed my whole life and my whole attitude behind why it's important to update your family portrait. We recommend every 5 years to update that family portrait, mainly because things change. You have weddings, you have marriages, you have divorces, you have births, you have deaths. So our family, my parents' family, had their portrait taken about 8, 9 months after that event. I forget how many people were in the portrait. But then 5 years later, we decided it's time to do it again. Same number of people in the portrait, but we had 3 that had passed on, had died, and we had 2 new grandchildren and 1 new niece. So things change so often. So don't put it off. Family is important, and you hear the old adage that people run into a burning home to get the photographs, because that's one of the things that helps kindle the memories. And so we recommend don't put it off. And there's a saying that just came out, or didn't just come out, but I saw it somewhere, and I'm using it as a mantra now. Don't let later become never. So that's basically saying don't put off today what you should do today. So with that, I'm open to any kind of questions. If anyone's got any questions on photography or cameras or anything like that. My thing was today was just to bring up the awareness of why it's important to have a professional photograph taken, not only of yourself, but of your family. Any questions?
Hey, Dwayne, you took that photo that I'm showing there on that was a headshot you did for me 2 years ago. How do you play such tricks, make me look so handsome compared to in real life?
Well, quite frankly, you are, and I'm not hitting on you here, but you are quite handsome, I'll just say. But there again, it goes back to lighting. It goes back to exposure. We can play tricks, we use light to create a three-dimensional object out of a two-dimensional item. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
A photograph is actually only 2 dimensions, but by using lighting, we can actually sculpt the image to give shape and form. And it's all about featuring you, and you look good anyway. And you still look the same way. I don't think you've aged.
Well, what should people wear when they're sitting down for a portrait thing?
Excellent question. Main thing we recommend is solid colors, no prints, no plaids, no designs of any kind on your clothing. The darker jewel tones work better. We don't necessarily encourage black, but even though black is slimming, obviously, but you want the attention to be in this area, not in this area. And so that's why we recommend long sleeves, dark jewel tone colors. It can be casual, it can be formal. It doesn't, we can make it either way, but that's the main thing. And wear something that you enjoy, because you're going to be looking at that for a long time to come. Any other questions?
Yeah, on a professional shoot, how many different shots do you normally take, or
whatever it takes? I mean, every situation, and obviously is a little bit differently. On a headshot session, for instance, I'll do 6. I'll do 3 from the left side and 3 from the right side, and then turn and look. You get to look at the back of the camera, and we'll go through all 6, and you get to choose from that. If there's something that you want to try differently, we'll obviously do more. On a family portrait session, like on an extended family where you've got mom and dad and you've got kids with grandkids, we'll do not only the big group session or the group photograph, but then we'll break it down into the individual family units. Then we'll actually break it down to the grandkids or the kids, or mom and dad with kids, mom and dad with the grandkids. So it's easy to get 75 to 100 images off a family shoot. Commercial photography, whatever it takes to record whatever the client is needing to portray. I mean, different situations require different numbers. We don't have any preset number. We, like at weddings, we go into a wedding, we're averaging 150 images an hour at a wedding between myself and Heather. But over a 6-hour wedding, which is pretty typical, that would mean around 900. Well, here lately, we've been having a hard time holding it under 1,200. Now, and that's not taking a lot of duplicates of everything. That's a lot of individual images. These are just 1 second bursts in time. And so whatever we can record, we'd rather record it and edit later, take it out, or let the client take it out than say, gosh, I wish I'd gotten that picture. So especially with digital these days, it's so easy to overshoot. And that's where a lot of photographers out there will tend to overshoot and then spend hours upon hours upon hours in the computer trying to figure out which ones I want to keep or edit or fix or whatever. Heather and I grew up in the film industry where every time you click the shutter, it costs you $1 because of cost of film, cost of processing, and cost of the proof. Well, digital made it too easy where you can just go like that and get 6 images in less than a second. So we try to get it right in the camera every time we click the shutter, so we don't have to fix images in Photoshop later. Now, there are times where we're going to have to do things like that. I had a family session this past week in which they'd been told what to wear. In fact, they came in all white, except for one of the boys. One of the 2 boys had a big old design on the front of his shirt, totally out of character with the rest of the family. We sent the image to our retouching team down in Peru, and she took all that design off his white shirt. Now all 4 or 5 of them now have white shirts. So we can do things like that with Photoshop.
Maybe
We don't
amazing.
like to have to do that. Anybody else?
If that's a good wrap-up point, Dwayne, any other questions? Okay. Well, I have some. I guess you guys remember that when we were running the elections, I said I wanted to have 10 minutes every week for some type of activity for us to get to know each other and do that. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to do it because our moving COVID world here, but I have good news to announce to you. This is the Chamber building is opening up on Monday. And so with proper planning and proper provisioning, we will soon be able to get into the building. Now they are outfitting the smaller meeting room for hybrid type meetings. They're putting cameras and screens there so we can have 8 people in the smaller room or 20 people in the boardroom. So we're still working out some of the details on this. I'm deferring to Corey and some of the other people that have experience with these hybrid type meetings. We're also going to try to leverage Rich Froelich as some of his subject matter expertise. I'm sort of envisioning us having 20 people around the big table and having the camera person in the middle of the horseshoe, and that way able to focus on the individual speakers for the 30 minutes. Now, how we get the people from the remote part of it on the Zoom, that's still under discussion, but we will do that. And I want to have a test run before we do that. Now, obviously, we have 20 people on our meeting today. We can assume that some of the people that aren't coming in might reactivate. I can think of a couple in particular that just don't like Zoom. And so I'm envisioning us having a sign-up sheet, and David and I have talked about this a little bit, David Curtis and I, that we might be able to use our internal Facebook group page to have the sign up to limit it at 20 people. And I you know, who knows how many people are going to want to get out. Does anybody not want to meet in person, so we can just kind of figure that from a poll position?
I won't be. So if you're doing hybrid, I'm there. But if not, I won't be there.
Well, we're going to do everything we can to do a hybrid meeting, Paul. I mean, that's the chamber is committed to it, and we're committed to it, and that's why I'm saying we might need to do. But did you say if we open it up, you are going to attend?
No, he's not.
No, due to safety, I will not be there.
Okay.
I will be hesitant depending on how many people we have in a room.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good. Well, we have 20 people here today, and who knows who else will join there. Now, I trust all of you guys had a chance to get that inactive member listing that was pushed out last week. Did anybody have a chance to look at it? Okay. Did anyone want to volunteer to re-engage the people that were marked as inactives? Corey?
Yeah, can you resend that to me?
Sure, I'd be glad to.
Angie said she'd help.
Well, I don't think it's
resend
fair
as well.
I mean, I'm really envisioning a situation where each one of us would take 2 or 3 names and try to call them back. I don't want to make it a full-time job. That's not fair to our employers or fair to ourselves there. But I don't want to have an in-depth discussion of it today, but there are several of our seats have inactive members, and they're very valuable seats. Why don't you guys be thinking about what we want to do about those people that we haven't seen since the first of the year? And let's circle back on that. And then next week, we have no speaker because we're devoting our speaker time to the chamber. As of last Monday, the networking group chairs, they said that the chamber felt pretty bad by not being able to communicate with our members directly. And so next week, all but one of the networking groups is going to be have a speaker from the chamber, and it's going to be multiple people there. So they're going to be telling us how things will be going forward, and it should be a chance for you guys to ask any questions you have of them. So be formulated. No speaker next week for us. The chamber has the podium there. So with that being said, I'd love to have a fun activity, but any discussion of the meeting, the building policy or anything like that, they're making the hello, Kelly, we'll get to you in a minute.
Robert.
They want to make the chairs responsible by having the front door locked. We're supposed to give you guys immediate temperature checks as you come to the room. We'll be doing masks, and the building will be sanitized after each meeting. Okay, so that's why it's limited to basically 2 meetings per day. So while you guys are formulating any questions or comments, let's have Kelly give us her 30-second commercial.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for being late. I had a client meeting that ran long and then a baby that ran longer. So my name is Kelly Sauter, and I am your resident life insurance specialist. And I know that life insurance is just the most fun, exciting, wonderful thing that you always think about. Ha, just kidding. Note the sarcasm. But I will do my best to make sure that you have something that fits your needs and fits your life, and hopefully something that lets you spend some of your money while you're alive instead of just give it away after you're gone. So talk to me about life insurance. Kelly Sauter with Transamerica Financial Advisors and WealthWave.
Okay, I think I saw Sean's hand. Did you have a comment or a question, Sean?
No, I was just waving at the baby.
Oh, okay.
Now that Kelly's here, I wanted to thank her. She wasn't here earlier when we were doing thank yous. So I wanted to thank her for doing a one-on-one with me a couple weeks ago, as well as, of course, for having your husband come back to see me. Thank you, Kelly.
You are so welcome, and thank you so much for treating him. I appreciate it. He's doing much better, but I need to talk to you further probably, so we need to connect again.
David, did you figure out what time the young professionals crawl through Arlington is?
Yeah, it starts at noon. I put the link in the chat box.
Okay. Yeah, I saw it. I just wanted to give you a chance to talk it through. Okay. Okay. Any other comments about meeting at the chamber? It probably is not going to happen next week. We might have a test run or something like that, but we still have a lot more planning to do to make sure that we are safe. And Corey, what you remind us about your event next week?
Yeah, I put in the chat, and I also emailed everybody, but I got a few kicked back because I guess I'm labeled as a spammer. But Tuesday, next week, Jay Gilligan's, 5:30. Come as you wish. Bring a spouse, bring a friend, bring some other contacts. Let's just get out and meet for those that are willing to do so. I'm KG.
Okay, it looks like we have 8 more minutes, so let's take a little time to do an activity here. And real quickly, why don't you just think about your favorite autumn memory? And David, Curtis, how about you? What can you think of anything really fun that happened to you in autumn?
You know, growing up, big piles of leaves, just running, jumping in them, playing football outside with the neighbor kids. I miss that. You know,
Yeah.
that was always a good time.
I miss even from junior high going to like junior high and high school football games, and it just the weather turning cold. It was such a nice change from the summer. Dwayne, what about your autumn memories?
I don't remember any.
Bo, you take a whack.
Yeah, I think good autumn memories for me is going to see the Dallas Cowboys play at the old stadium with my dad. Just always had a really good time, and it's a good memory for me.
Looks like Dwayne thought of something.
Yeah, I'm going back about 51 or 52 years here, but playing in the Arlington High School band, one of the favorite things we did was every Friday night playing at the football games, feeling that crisp, cold air, cool air sometimes. And then
Okay, how about you, Angie?
Oh, did we cut Dwayne off?
Yes, we did.
Oh, well, I'm originally from Amarillo, so we always had every season just perfectly. But the fall was great because Halloween, and I was the youngest of 6, so just all of us trick or treating in the really cold, cold air always brings back memories.
Okay, Dawood, what about you?
So of course, being a California boy growing up, you know, not used to, you know, seeing leaves fall, leaves turn. I guess for me, of course, you know, growing up in that time was, of course, football season. And that was when the Raiders were the Los Angeles Raiders. So going to Raider games, going to USC football games, those were kind of the things in the autumn. And, you know, when you brought up autumn, I just thought of automatically the autumn wind is a Raider. And so.
Yeah. Okay, Sean, what about you?
Yeah, I was thinking as a dad, you know, we get about 1.5 foot of leaves in my yard, but then I started thinking back and like Dwayne, and I was thinking of college, going to Halloween party with bonfires back in college. I remember a couple when we traveled over to Sam Houston State, and it was a fun one over there, but that was always a good time. Always felt good with the air cooling off.
Okay, how about Liz, Corey, and Kelly are the next 3, so we can get through this.
So similar to Dwayne's, I remember where I was in color guard for 4 years in high school. And so this was that point in time where we'd be in the midst of competitions and we would have to get a 1. For those who don't know, it's like the best tier.
Great. Corey?
Well, this weekend is opening season for rifle season to hunt deer, turkeys, pig. That's my fall memories every year, going out and standing in the woods, sitting in the woods and hunting. Love the weather, love being out there, whether I bag anything or not.
Kelly?
Can echo a whole lot that's been said already, but just to do something different, we always had a fall festival at school and had, you know, the dunking booth and the this booth and the that booth and the cakewalk and it was just so, I loved that kind of stuff because I'm a social person. So it was a social thing with all the school friends and you got to stay out late and you got to dress up and all that kind of stuff. And then when I got older in high school and stuff, I would start to help plan them. And so I always loved the fall festivals.
Okay, next, let's try Dr. Parvez, Robert, and David from Colors. Okay, how about?
Oh, yeah. Fall memories, mostly just playing in leaves, walking in the woods, playing in leaves.
Okay. Robert, Blake?
I think mine are just more recent about things that I missed, not necessarily, well, I guess they're memories, but this is the perfect time to go camping with scouts.
Mm-hmm. How about you, David?
And all that, and so we get to go hiking and cooking and kids and all sorts of fun, and this year has kind of been a bust.
I love all the outdoors. I love all the weather of Texas. I love the changing of the clothes. You know, you put all your summer clothes away and you get your winter clothes out and everybody gets into a good mood around the holidays. Usually, hopefully that'll happen this year.
Okay, Paul, Brody, William, and Wendy. Let's have you 3. Paul, what do you think about autumn?
So the main thing is about football, football, football. Going down to UT games, tailgating before, because if you guys are familiar with that, tailgating is usually better than the games. Tailgating at the Arlington Cowboys Stadium was being a lot of fun, especially Monday night games. And then, of course, it was roughly 3 years ago where I got to spend most of October in Maui. So pretty much beaches and football, nothing better.
Great. William, fall for you.
I don't know how far we're supposed to go back, but the things I missed the most about when I was young was from the time I was in high school till I was probably my mid-20s. Right around this time, Thanksgiving, we would always play football either before school, after school. And when we get together during our off time, whether it was college or whatnot, we would all get together, our friends again, and just play football at somewhere on a field or in someone's big yard or whatnot. And it was very fun. So yeah, football season, now we just watch it. But when it was playing, it was fun too.
Wendy?
So for me, I guess it's just kind of the same thing that everybody has been saying. Just hunting, being around family, a lot of food, and just playing in leaves and everything.
And we'll finish it up with a trio of lovely ladies. We'll have Leanne, Meredith, and Jennifer.
Hello, am I unmuted? Can you hear me? Whoops, now can you hear me?
Yes.
I had my little microphone thing turned around. Well, fall. I'm weird. I'm not into sports. I mean, I like to play golf and tennis, but I don't like to watch sports. I know everyone's like, she's crazy. I do enjoy the cooler temps for when I do my long walks outside. I enjoy the fall colors. I love the beautiful red and yellow leaves. And I love being able to have more time to see family and friends at Thanksgiving. So that's about it, really.
Okay. In the interest of time, Jennifer, we finish this up, and then after Jennifer's done, anybody that needs to leave, feel free to leave. It'll be 1 o'clock, and I'll stay on if anyone wants to complain, yell at me for something. And also after Jennifer tells her, we'll let Meredith have her 30-second commercial. Okay. Jennifer, what's fall mean to you?
Football, campfires, camping. That's
Cool.
what I enjoy.
Great. All right, Meredith, you can finish us off with your 30-second commercial and your favorite autumn memories.
Okay, I'll keep my commercial super short. I'm Meredith with My Nurse Family. We are your in-home care company with caregivers that can help your loved ones. My favorite memory probably is apple picking and going to pumpkin patches. And for Halloween, I would watch Scooby-Doo Zombie Island, which is still one of my top favorite classics. So that's my favorite.
All right, cool. Well, I'm glad we had a chance to do this activity. As I said, the chamber will be opening up soon. Soon we'll be able to meet there in person. There will be a sign up for that. We'll make sure that we are safe, and that's the main thing. So feel free to go forth and prosper. Do whatever anybody else wants to do. If you want to stay and yell at me, I'll stay on for another 15, 20 minutes if you want to do that, or we can talk about inactive members. So everybody have a great day, and I hope to see you in person on Tuesday at Corey's gig. And that's not a chamber event. That's an open event. Okay.
Sam, you rock. I think you're awesome. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Well, it looks like your son disagrees with you.
Or he's just mad because I moved, but wonderful afternoon, guys.